subscribe to my channel as I put out new ASMR videos every Wednesday. And on Halloween, or at least in October, I put out a lot more, which you will all see very soon. But to start off the month, I just kind of wanted On May 13th, 609 AD, Pope Boniface dedicated the Pantheon in Rome in honor of all Christian martyrs and the Catholic feasts of All Martyrs' Day, which was established in Western culture. Pope Gregory III later explained the festivals to include All Saints' Day as well as All Martyrs, and it moved the observance from May 13th to November 1st. This is a lot of history, you guys, but I find it very interesting and hopefully cozy. Who doesn't like a little bit of educational ASMR? I personally love it. So, by the 19th century, the influence of Christianity had spread into Celtic lands, where it gradually had blended and supplanted older Celtic rites. In 1000 AD, the church made November the 2nd All Souls Day, a day to honor the dead. It's widely believed today that the church was attempting to replace the Celtics' Festival of the Dead with a church-sanctioned holiday instead. So All Souls Day was celebrated very similar to the Samhain festival, with bonfires, parades, dressing up in costumes but as saints and angels and devils. So this celebration was also called All Hallows and All Hallowmas. And the night before it, the traditional night of Samhain in the Celtic region, began to be called All Hallows Eve and eventually Halloween. So the celebration of Halloween was extremely limited in colonial New England because of rigid Protestant belief systems there. Halloween was much more common in Maryland and the southern colonies, as the beliefs and customs of different European ethnic groups and the American Indians had century, Halloween parties for both children and adults became the most common way to celebrate the day. Parties had focused on games, foods for the season, and festive costumes. Parents were encouraged by newspapers and community leaders to take anything frightening or grotesque out of the Halloween celebrations. Because of these efforts, Halloween lost most of its superstitious and religious undertones over time, mostly by the beginning of the 20th century. So, by 1920 and 1930, Halloween had become a secular but community-centered holiday, with parades, town-wide Halloween parties as well being featured entertainment. Despite the best efforts of many school communities, vandalism did become a big thing during that time. So in the 1950s, town leaders had successfully limited the vandalism, and Halloween evolved into a holiday mainly for the young. So due to the high numbers of young children during the 50s baby booming time, parties moved from civic centers into the classrooms or home, where they could be more easily accommodated. Between 1920 and 1950, the centuries-old practice of trick-or-treating was also revived. So trick-or-treating was a relatively inexpensive way for an entire community to sort of share the celebration, and families could also prevent tricks being played on them by providing the children with small treats. So it's a way to chill them out. Basically be like, don't mess with my yard and stuff. So thus a new tradition was born, and it has continued to grow to today. So more on the trick-or-treating portion of things, because there's a few more interesting facts about that. So the trick-or-treating tradition kind of dates back a bit more to the All Saints Day parade, or All Souls Days, in England. So during these festivities, poor citizens would beg for food, and families would give them pastries called soul cakes in return for their promise to pray for the family's dead relatives. So the distribution of these soul cakes was encouraged by the church as a way to replace the ancient practice of leaving food and wine for roaming spirits, which is amazing. I love how Christmas has, cookies and milk for Santa, like a big fat guy to give your kids presents. But originally, All Souls Day, you would literally leave out food and wine for ghosts. That's amazing. So the practice was referred to as going a-souling, which sounds weird. And this was eventually taken up by children who would visit the houses in their neighborhood and be given ale, food, and money. I'm just saying, if I went door to door and knocked and I got some beer, I'd be pretty into it. So the tradition of dressing in a costume for Halloween was both European and Celtic roots. And hundreds of years ago, winter was a really uncertain and frightening time, right? So food supplies often ran low. And for many people afraid of the dark, short days of winter, they were often worried. So Halloween, when it was believed that ghosts came back to the earthly world, people thought that they would encounter ghosts if they left their home keep ghosts away from their houses, they would just leave those bowls of food outside to appease them, and then they wouldn't need to enter, you know what I mean? Which is actually a really cool fact. I like that one a lot. It's like, stay away, you know? If I come outside, it reminds me of in the first season of The Walking Dead, if you've seen that, when they put all the zombie guts all over them, and they're able to walk through the crowd of zombies. I think it's Walking Dead. It could be a different, I don't know. There's a show husband as well by peering at egg yolks floating in a bowl of water, and stood in front of mirrors in darkened rooms, holding candles and looking over their shoulders for their future husband's face. That would scare me so much that I'd never want to meet the guy if I saw a face. Get out of here. Anyway, other rituals were more competitive. So at some Halloween parties, the first guest to find a burr on a chestnut hunt would be the first to marry. At others, the first successful apple bobber would be the first down the aisle. So women were going nuts on bobbing for apples. Of course, whether we're asking for romantic advice or trying to avoid 7 years of bad luck, each of these Halloween superstitions relies on the goodwill of the very same spirits whose presence the early Celtics felt so keenly. All super cool facts, all really interesting, not very spooky, but just overall neat, right? Overall, just super neat facts about the history of Halloween, and I really find those matchmaking ones super funny, because that's bizarre to me. What are some cool facts about, Halloween traditions where you are from? I would love to know in the comments below. My favorite ever Halloween, just since we're talking about just random stuff about Halloween and we're rambling. My favorite Halloween costume I think I've ever worn. I was Hermione for years because I wasn't allowed to be a witch, but I could be her. And I mean, I was the biggest Harry Potter fan, so great. But I did love dressing up in all of my videos last year. I really liked the gypsy costume, and I've enjoyed, I don't even know, some of the costumes that I enjoyed weren't even necessarily Halloween ones. But maybe the chick that was like a cheerleader that I dressed up as, my curly hair, that one was a cute one. Leave a comment on your favorite costumes that you've worn. But yeah, my favorite Halloween traditions for myself are just actually being cozy at home and handing out Halloween candy. I just find that so calming and just so cute. I get so excited to decorate my house and get it all spooky, as well as baking. I love Halloween baking, and just getting into the spookiness of everything is awesome. Last Halloween, my mother and sister came over and we handed out Halloween candy. I had the best time. The Witches of Eastwick, or Hocus Pocus. We watched a few of them, and I made my house a huge spider's nest, which this year I'm doing again. I just love the holiday. It's so fun. Anyway, well, that's all I have for you for random origin stories, histories, rituals, kind of circulating around Halloween. Please leave a comment below on anything cool that you celebrate or have traditions doing around this time of year. I look forward to seeing you all again very soon. If you guys know me well, you'll be seeing